So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Now give left side. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Running back sent in motion. Here's 2nd and 14. He's throwing deep to the left side. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
And he's swallowed up in the middle, no gain on the run. That's Baron Browning who makes the stop. No gain on 2nd down, and they need 2 here on 3rd. Herbert from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. It's a pickup of 11. And that's a 49er 1st down. Herbert with a blitz coming. That's complete to Leggett. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
To the sideline, complete, and he's got the 1st down as he stays in bounds.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Herbert on 1st down. Finds a seam down the middle. And he'll be touched down after a big play.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Quite the opening drive they put together, partner. New set of downs all the way down to the 25. They'll run here on 1st down. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
2nd and 13. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Not the auspicious debut they'd certainly hoped for on that opening drive. The coverage, impressive, taking their first possession away with that interception.
Hey, it is tough to play a clean game in this league. Caliber defenders are awesome. You just hope that eventual missteps happen at a less meaningful moment than your opening series. You don't want to make it any harder to get your rhythm and get your passing game going.
Second down now, 7 to go. Here's Travis Etienne on the ground. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And that brings up 4th and short. A quick 3 plays, Brock, and we have arrived at 4th down just like that as he comes through with some contact to break up what looked like a catch.
Now, guess what, Kate? These guys aren't getting paid by the down defensively. They want to get themselves off the field in as few snaps as possible, and there was no way they were letting this drive extend beyond a 3-and-out.
So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. They kick the running back in motion. Here's Herbert, 1st and 10. He's on the move. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. Finds him over the middle. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first.
Well, there's a time to be a little finessey with the football, put a little touch on, and then there's time to put your arm into it and let it eat. Throw it right through your target's chest. This one, that one right there was the latter. Smart to make a fastball zing in before anyone could undercut the curl route.
21. Let's go, let's go. Go.
On 3rd and 1, it's Herbert. Complete to Pearsall. And he's able to get this down to the 36. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a first down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Riley Moss with the pick. And the Broncos are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Looking to the air here. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Not on the same page with his tight end. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. They'll throw it. Complete out to the right side. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Slot man motioned over. So that connection for a first will bring us to the end of the first. We're back, and it is Broncos football as we resume. They're looking at first down here. Throwing from the gun here. Connection made. Travis Etienne. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And the Broncos will have a first down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. They are throwing it again. This is reeled in by Jackson. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They pick up 20 yards there. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
Got to be a pretty good actor. Got to be pretty good at selling to that defense. That's a drop-back pass. When you get a big play on the screen like that, boy, it's choreography by everybody on that offense.
And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
From the 17. And he'll score. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos get the game's first points here in the second. Now it's Cameron Dicker on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Blown back, it's the handoff. He's got to gain a 6 there. Dax Hill up for the stop. He made it 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. Herbert now, blitz coming. And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up. That one firmly denied by the man in coverage. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down. On the play fake, it's Herbert. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they'll be at midfield here as he gets out of bounds. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Herbert. Taking a deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
It is such a weapon offensively when you've got a big tight end that can stretch the field vertically. Not a lot of DBs have the size to cover him. They tried to get it to him in that spot where he could win it, but unfortunately, no connection to be made.
It's Herbert once more. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. No luck finding his receiver that time. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
We send a man in motion. On 3rd down, Herbert. Completed over the middle. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down. Herbert to throw once more. Chased out to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something when no one open or risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
Herbert throwing again. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut my losses and avoid such a negative play.
Third and long for him here. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
Well, that's one he chalked up to the pressure, earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on fourth.
Hey, captain. Only good try. Go. Baylor Tiger. Wait.
They snap it to Herbert. And they got home. Sacked him on fourth down. We've got a turnover on downs, and the defense takes over in plus territory.
Coach is challenging to get the defense off the field with a stop. Rose to the challenge and delivered on that one, really overwhelming the line of scrimmage.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Here's ETN on first down. And they're going to stop him after he runs it inside the 35. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. From the 33 on 2nd down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
How about that play, Brock? On 3rd and 14, they find a way to convert.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day 1 install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back's still doing it to this day.
On target to Jackson. And this one doesn't go far. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Ready? 79 Bronco, 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Go street.
Putting a receiver in motion. Here we go, 2nd and 9. That's complete to Jackson. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. Give them 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Touchdown, Denver! So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
That one right down the middle. And the Broncos double their lead to 14. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. And wow, nearly a pick on that check down. A bit lucky that he couldn't hang on to it, and it fell incomplete.
That's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage waiting for it. They were thinking interception for a second. And incompletion is still pretty good, too.
Finding Pearsall. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Herbert now to throw on 3rd. He has the first over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Now Herbert again. Legette's got it. And they're going to take this in for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers make it a one-score game before halftime. Xavier Legette with the touchdown. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side defensively they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback, this drive starting from the 30. A little less than 30 seconds to go as they begin this drive. Airing it out to start this drive. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Looking for his wide receiver there. And it's going to be 2nd down.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Hauled in left side. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Denver calls the second of its 3 timeouts. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. He's going to throw this one. Has it downfield, working the left. And he gets in. Touchdown, Denver! The Broncos will add to their lead at the end of the half. Dicker on now for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Broncos double their lead to 14. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. From his own end zone, here we go. And this drive will start inside the 25. They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. Looking to throw. And that's incomplete, and it also stops the clock with just 5 seconds left.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
He's back to throw. He throws a bullet to the center of the... Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Broncos are stopped on that return. So that interception is going to be the final play of this opening half. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Return starts from the goal line. And they've got a long field ahead, Brock. Got to him early on the return and laid a big hit on him. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they're not open very long. And it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. Sideline throw is complete to Pearsall. And he's able to cross the 40 before going out. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Herbert from the gun. He's got it over the middle. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. All right, so they like the results on the field, and they're going to decline this penalty. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Slot man in motion left. Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. On the move, past the 40. It's a pickup of 26. And it brings up a San Francisco 1st down.
Didn't take a rocket scientist to know, Kate. They wanted to get the ball in this guy's hands any way they could, not just in the passing game. And he just showed you why. This defense not prepared for his impact on the ground.
On 1st down, they'll run. They get 13 on the pickup. And now they have a 1st and goal. They give it to him again. Hits the end zone for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers cut into the lead coming out of halftime. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Let's go. Cut 19. 60 Maverick. 60, go.
They'll come out throwing. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. They got 24 yards on the play. And the Broncos will have a 1st down. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory.
19. Riggs.
First and 10, looking to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. Still on the move, coming to the line for first and 10.
Trap 60. Here we go. Set. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. 19 Lions. They smash.
He's dropping back to throw. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. Second down.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
18.
Second and 10 now. Here he goes again. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal. Carter is across the line for the Denver touchdown. The Broncos push their lead further to start the half. Dicker on now for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Broncos double their lead to 14. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. He's going to return it from a yard or two deep. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. And the drive will start out with a first and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Halfway to the marker, it's second and 5. To throw, Herbert. Diving right side, got it. And they get there to touch him down, Brock, but a big gain on that play.
Sure showed off some mobility on that play. Got outside the pocket and easily found an open man.
New set of downs for him from the 46.
Ray.
First and 10, Herbert. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. Herbert on first down. Well, he shot his shot, Brock, but they couldn't connect. Trying to find his tight end. So it's second down coming up. Herbert to throw once more. Taken in on the right side by Pearsall. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's a 49er first down.
Baylor Tigers.
Motion man is the tight end here, going left. Here's Herbert, first and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to take this in for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he can rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer, nobody.
That one splits the uprights. And the 49ers chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. He'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Let's go now. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Buffalo 18. Check smash.
Running back sent in motion. Back to throw on 1st and 10. Cut out left. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Pass play on 1st and 10. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. That's taken in by Etienne. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that'll be good for a Denver first. This is the end of the 3rd quarter. It's the... First and 10, ball set up at the 48. They are throwing it again. He's trying to push the field. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down.
I'm just going to say maybe not the guy you want to pick on in coverage on this particular series. Gets a hand on that throw and knocks it away. The next time, well, he could get 2 hands on it and take it the other way.
Short pass brought in. And he's able to get it past midfield and down onto the 49er side. Working quickly here. Shotgun now on 3rd down. That's complete to Jensen. And they make the stop, we're going to say, at about the 37-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here. Throwing it again here. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
He sends this one to the end zone. And look at the footwork there. Touchdown. The Broncos go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. Dicker's extra point is up and good. And the Broncos double their lead to 14. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. From a couple yards deep, this is going to come out. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Buys time, rolling right. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time secondary, well, they got real sticky, stay tight and force the throw away.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Timing is everything in life, and timing is everything defensively. That throw was just a little bit late and gave the defense time to close, deliver a pop, and knock that ball loose.
On 3rd down, Herbert. catch is made down the right sideline. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line. First down, ball at the 36. Now Herbert again. He throws a bullet deep to the right. That's complete inside the 35. And he's going to score. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers now within one score in the fourth. Xavier Legette with the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. That one right down the middle. And the 49ers chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. They'll try and throw it here. Big catch made, and he got both feet in. He picks up 28 on the play. And the Broncos will have a first down. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Into the hands of Dulcich. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Working inside the red zone. And he has it in the end zone. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos go up by 2 scores, 13 points in the fourth. Travis Etienne, the touchdown. Dicker tacks on the extra points. And the Broncos double their lead to 14. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun snap to Herbert. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down. Back to the air, Herbert. Finds a seam down the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 22 on that one. And it brings up a San Francisco first down.
Hey, go Lion.
Herbert from the gun. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. It's a gain of 22. And that's a 49er first down. Herbert throwing again. He puts some power on a deep one left. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
That play is so impressive on so many levels. Not just because it saves a touchdown kick. He had to time that perfectly to knock it free without drawing a flag or let him establish possession for the score. That is so good.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Herbert now off the play fake. That's knocked away by a defender, incomplete.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target and make a play on it.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. It's Herbert once more. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along your routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, ram.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. He finds it beyond the marker. And they can't jump to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And now they're on the doorstep of a touchdown. 1st and goal coming up.
Ready.
Herbert to throw once more. Forced out to his right. That's much too high and out of the end zone. Incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. It's 2nd and goal.
I love the mobility here. Starts great, escapes pressure, get out of harm's way. You just wish if you're the offense here, you could have found a completion to keep in rhythm.
Still sticking with the passing game. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction.
Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
They've held him out twice. Here we go. 3rd and goal.
Go. 5-9.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he's going to run for it. And not quite a touchdown, but he's down to the 4 before going out.
Well, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane. Just a little bit of room, just a little bit of air in the pocket. He found one of those two, but the defense swarms towards him and denies him the other.
3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. Quick throw right side. And he will not get there. They stop him on 4th and goal. What a stand to force that turnover on downs.
I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
Let's go.
Now a give running right. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3. So a timeout comes in. It looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning.
This close to your own goal line, they really don't want to risk a sack. That means, well, one option, run it and buy whatever breathing room you can.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Back now, pressure on its way. He won't be able to make the catch. It's incomplete.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Not a good spot to punt from. They really want to convert here on 3rd.
Here we go. Rig alert. Take go.
Back to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Running this one left. And he can only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Ready up.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Go.
Connects with Johnson. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
Move the chains. Got to move them chains. Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Let's go now.
Out of the gun, a give to Etienne. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's going nowhere there. Add that to what's been a tough afternoon for him.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Has the direction, but not the distance. It falls just short. And the lead stays frozen at 14.
Maybe I'm projected here, Kate, but those seem to be the toughest misses. Whether you're in the stadium, watching it online, you're watching it on TV, you're seeing the kick is online, you're watching at field level as a player and everything looks good. But unfortunately, it just falls short.
1st and 10, Herbert. Toward the sideline, and he's got Leggett. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs. Only one timeout remaining. They've got to work quickly here. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Herbert. Taking a big shot for the end zone. And he can't hang on. Touchdown in his arms. And it slips through. 2nd down coming up.
Oh, that's a major missed opportunity right there. Coverage can breathe a little sigh of relief. They dodged a bullet. Time to adjust and get some extra help on the back end to take away those open shots downfield.
2nd and 10 now, Herbert. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
59. Ray.
Here he is to throw. He has the first over the middle. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. The 49ers will call their 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. They're now set for 1st and 10.
Kappa. Ready.
From the red zone now. And all right, it's a touchdown in the final moments, so win still very unlikely, but a sliver of hope now after that play. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
Only took right. Go. Ready.
Here he is to throw. And he'll get into the end zone to make this a one-score game in the 4th quarter. Well, he just caught them the touchdown, Brock. Defense obviously aware of him as they line up for 2. How did they lose him? How did they get it right back to him for the conversion?
Because he's that good. In moments like this, Kate, it's not even about the play, it's about the player. And when you got a player of this caliber, you find every way to get it to him. And just because he scored the touchdown doesn't mean you don't go right back to that well. I love it.
And the kick is recovered by that Broncos hands team. Well done by them. And that should put the finishing touch on this victory. No timeouts remaining here, partner, so they can just run out this clock. Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So to the side of many mile-high salutes throughout the building. It's a win at home for the Broncos.